welcome to Super Smash Bros. League, Season 4, Week 4. I'm Snobby Sam, and I'm joined today by...
Malachi.
And, yeah, things are actually pretty even after these first couple weeks.
Yeah, especially on the KO front. Just taking a look at it, we've got a very... People need to start getting some wins, otherwise these tiebreakers are going to be super close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure, and right now we only have two teams that are undefeated, that being Beast Battalion and Team Villain. And we have two teams that have yet to get a win, that being Team Pintsize and Team Retro.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the win count, it is perfectly symmetrical, 2-4-4-2. So, yeah, I mean, we'll be keeping it. It's still very close. Everybody is still fighting for you know, not just to get out of the red zone, but to stay in the green zone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah, let's get into it. So for match 1, we have Super Bash Sisters versus Team Retro. As mentioned, Team Retro doesn't have any wins. Super Bash Sisters is actually currently the third worst in the league, 1-2 with only 10 KOs. So... basically, whoever loses this will probably be in the red zone after this week.
Yeah. And I mean, it's so surprising for both. They are both good teams.
Mm-hmm.
But it just goes to show how crazy things can be. I mean, especially on the KO count, though. Like to hear Bash Sisters being like in the running for the worst KO count is just very strange.
Yeah, I mean, like, Violet's been averaging 1 KO a match, Isabel has been, Min has been, but Palutena and Wendy just haven't gotten any KOs yet.
Wow. That is crazy.
And Team Retro only has one character that's averaging a KO per match, that being Samus. Everyone else is averaging less.
Good grief. Well, you know, let's see if these teams can start making a comeback from here.
Yeah, Super Bash Sisters versus Team Retro.
So let's see. We are starting off with Byleth versus Pac-Man. Byleth running Tank Style Azura Quickman, and Pac-Man running Demon Style Meloetta Shedinja. This is pretty heavy start for Bash Sisters. I just remember Byleth in the last few weeks being...
Ooh, that is a rough start for Pac-Man.
Oh, wow.
On his new build, he used to be on Ender Dragon, but he's going on Demon Style Meloetta Shedinja right now, and that 30 handicap has quickly turned into a 60 handicap.
Yeah, but I mean, that being said, he's already started to dish it out to Byleth. That demon style giving him a way to catch up and to start overcoming the Shedinja handicap.
Yeah, and he's already taken the damage lead over Byleth. Of course, that doesn't mean much when it's Byleth, but take what you can get. Ooh,
yeah,
just misses that arrow. Oh, yeah, and that's gonna...
I mean...
no, it doesn't KO. This stage has a very tall ceiling. Unfortunately, Pac-Man doesn't hit with that fire hydrant. That would have been some good damage for him, but the platform gets in the way. Duck Hunt, a weird stage for Super Bash Sisters, new for them.
Yeah,
ooh, Pac-Man is out.
Yep. Ooh. Byleth getting her kill.
Yep, already has 90 damage on her, though, so this could be a chance for Dr. Mario to get quick kill without taking too much damage. Wasn't able to get the no-hitter, but you know, it could still take her out pretty quickly.
Yeah, and Mario really wants to get the kill on her because she's about to get her final smash, and that could really hurt.
Yeah, basically a free 20 damage if
Yep.
she hits it.
Yeah, but speaking of Mario, he is running
Ooh,
tank
nice
style
super jump
Sothos.
punch.
Oh, and here...
The
Ollie-
JPEG just
there we
barely
go.
connects.
Yep. Ooh.
Takes 20 damage. Fortunately, he wasn't right at the edge or off stage, because that might have killed there.
Yeah. And Byleth really... I think if Byleth... For Byleth to give her team a strong lead...
Yeah, that
all
takes
she-
takes out Byleth during the stage morph. I think the blast zones were smaller there, so it was a bit easier.
Yeah. Yeah, and then comes Inkling, running runner-style Majora's Mask, Roll Casket, and Nico Fire. This is the build she's been doing surprisingly good on.
Yeah, she's been
of late.
averaging about 90 damage a match, which is pretty solid.
Yeah, pretty solid for her. I mean, we're on the ship, so that's always a wild card. But like, if I am
Also,
Super
fun fact,
Bash.
Inkling takes damage in water.
Huh. That
That's just how it worked. I mean, in Splatoon, you died when you hit water.
okay.
So,
I didn't even think about that. So I'm
so
like,
I guess
oh,
that's how they decided to transfer it over.
yep. I did not know that. So
The ship takes out Inkling. Wow, and that
Oh.
puts Retro into a huge lead.
that is so good for Retro. Now Bowser Jr. or with Wendy, we have seen in past seasons Bowser Jr. do some really good stuff and be a key player for the team they were on. So I wouldn't say I like if
So
it,
good
someone
final
is
smash
gonna-
from the Doctor. Doesn't kill.
Yep. Like I could see Wendy definitely pulling this back and giving Bash Sisters a lead, but Wendy coming in with Demon Style Halberd and Wheezing.
Yep, that's a new build for her. I believe she was. I can't remember what she was on recently. Maybe Ender Dragon or Geese Howard. One of those.
Maybe.
But now she's on Halberd, which is one of the best spirits in the league, I would say.
Yeah, it's almost.
Ooh, that kills.
Ooh. Yep, and Wendy doing what she needed to for her team. I mean, honestly, at the rate this is going, I think this will be even if both teams can keep this up. I think they can still be happy with the result because even if they lose, at least it's not going to be a wipeout, and they'll stay in the fight with KOs.
Yeah, one thing that's tough is that Pitt is coming in with Forgetful Style Geese Howard, and this is a really big stage. I'm not sure his final smash will kill on this stage. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's 112, so probably, but...
At 112, it probably will.
Of course, you gotta wait for Wendy to come back to stage first, and then you just gotta hit her. There we go.
Yep,
Takes out
there
Wendy.
goes Wendy. And realistically, I expect Palutena to get this kill.
Yeah, ideally for Retro, they'll be able to at least get another final smash on Palutena, get another 10-20 damage on her.
Yeah.
But, you know... Oh? Yeah, yeah, it gets her up a few damage. She's on a pretty tanky build, so that makes sense why it wasn't too much damage.
Speaking of which, Palutena, Big B style, beats Soren and Shine Sprite. Yeah, you weren't kidding. Very tanky, and then really focusing on those specials.
Yep, and of course her sort of magic attacks like her up smash and her up air. In comes Simon running Big B style Polar Bear Balrog.
That, yep, Simon just inching his way across the map. I mean, I can see Palutena taking out Simon, and I can also see Simon taking out Palutena. So it's anybody's game here.
Oh, one thing I should mention that hasn't been mentioned yet is that Team Retro went to Funky's Shack to bench Peach again.
Oh, I can't blame him.
Yeah, Peach is currently their worst member at 35 average damage, so it totally makes sense. Meanwhile, in comes Simon, who's their third best at 133 average damage. Palutena, I believe her average is going up because her average before this week was 40 damage.
Yeah, so she's definitely going to be going up because she did a fair amount of damage to Pitt and now 50 damage to Simon. So she's going to be seeing those stats improve.
But meanwhile, for Retro's sake, I think they want Palutena to be taken out as soon as possible so they don't have as many risks with Super Bash Sisters' final member.
Yeah. The demon is still in the wings. They really want Simon to just do that. Maybe the ship get another kill on Palutena for him.
Maybe. Didn't
like
Samus get trashed by Sephiroth week 1 or something? Or some character with healing?
I think that sounds familiar to me. I was also going to say, like, Palutena's also just had a rough season because of that 1 week on Kirby's Island map where she fell through the map. So like she's probably been okay. She just had that 1 week to really throw off her stats where she almost died immediately.
I was almost at the final smash.
Yep. Oh, the ship gonna get her? Nope.
No, and the fire falls off the ledge. I think this gets Simon. I think that kills him. Yeah. He was on the edge.
That's gonna kill.
So Samus needs to, fight for her life. She's currently, I believe, the best. Yeah, she's the best member of Retro right now. She needs to take out Palutena quickly so that she can. There we go. So that she can get to work on Isabelle because Isabelle is no joke.
Yeah. Palutena running strategist style Halberd, Silver the Hedgehog. Isabelle running strategist style Meloetta, Reaper, Reapette. Yeah, same style, just kind of different builds.
Yeah, though I would say Isabelle's special moves are probably more powerful than Samus's. With a good player, Samus's charge shot is one of the best special moves in the game, but it's hard to compete with Isabelle's fishing pole in the league.
It is. Like Isabelle's one of the strongest. She is well feared for many a good reason, and she is demonstrating why. Samus just can't get that damage to stick at the moment.
Yeah, like she got one good hit onto Isabelle earlier, and she just hasn't done anything since, and Isabelle's healed back down to 0.
Yeah. Like if
I think it's honestly I think it might be over for Retro.
Yeah. I will say, like, I think it's still. I think they're still okay. Like they're hanging in there with the KOs, and they
missed that charge shot. That would have been. She was just sitting there.
Yeah, like honest.
And that down tilt kills.
Yep.
Is that up top?
Man, tough break Retro. That win will come. Y'all had some really good stuff there. Dr. Mario continuing to hold things strong. I think it really just came to Palutena, came to town, and she got the KO she needed. But at the very least, y'all brought it down to the last person, and that could potentially be big at the end of the main season.
Yeah, it's tough because Super Bash Sisters were one of the lower ranked teams, so if Retro was going to get a win against anyone, this was one of the easier ones. I think next week they're facing Beast Battalion, which is not going to be an easy one, so it might be a little while before they get a win. Unless they get some stuff together. But honestly, I don't think anything was wrong with how Retro played this week. I think they just kind of got bad matchups.
Yeah, I really just think it came down to where the matchups were. Had Pac-Man come in at any other time of the match, I think this could have been a win. But it just comes down to, as you said, it's bad matchups. Because we also got to look at the fact that, they did get a kill from the ship, which is always nice.
Yep.
So, but congratulations to Bash Sisters. take that win and run.
Yeah, on to the next match.
Yeah.
So for match 2, we have the Athletes versus Third Wheels. Athletes are 2-1 with 13 KOs. Third Wheels are 2-1 with 14 KOs. So these teams are pretty much neck and neck. There's no real underdog here.
Yeah, I mean, just two teams performing very well. And it just comes down to, now is the time to start racking up those wins so that they can keep that momentum going.
Both these teams definitely looking for a win here. Athletes have actually gone to Funky's Shack and banned Third Wheel's home map. Rather, they banned Mario Circuit, and Third Wheels have gone to Delfino Plaza. Whether or not that was what Third Wheels chose for their backup map or their primary map is not listed. But, probably the money went to good use.
Yeah, I mean, we saw how Mario Circuit helped early in the season, so it is probably money well spent. So even if Third Wheels did not necessarily go there.
Yep. Third Wheels have benched Ryu, who is easily their worst at 72 average damage. And the Athletes have benched Mega Man, who is their second best at 164 average damage. So I'm not sure why he's benched, but...
we have seen at times where, if I remember correctly, Mega Man used to be on Third Wheels.
No. He was never on Third Wheels. He was on Arsenal for 3 seasons.
That's what it was. Okay. Yep. Because I was gonna say, sometimes you don't want to put a teammate against, someone against their old team because you never know how they'll do. But I could also, on a similar note, I can also just see them looking at Mega Man and saying, "There's just no good matchup here."
Fair enough.
So.
But yeah. Let's get into it. The Athletes versus Third Wheels.
Yeah.
So we're starting off with Wario versus Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Yep. Wario running Boulder style Sothis, Sonic running tank style Miltank Nico Fire. That at first glance, I think I have to give it to Sonic, just because we've seen him be so tanky. At the same time, that's putting Wario on Sothis for this matchup could actually work out really well. So we'll just have to see how it works.
Yeah, I mean, Sonic's been actually pretty aggressive on this build. Granted, he's usually on his home map, Mario Circuit, which seems to help him a lot. He likes hitting people into the walls there. And there's not really as many damaging parts of the stage for this one. But yeah, pretty even start so far.
Yeah, Sonic starting off with a little bit of a damage lead, but I mean, the problem is he's gonna have to get the kill when it matters, and I think that's where he's gonna struggle. Like, a lot of Sonic's hits are just not, they're not very, they don't have a lot of kill power behind them.
Yeah, he's just not the type of character to get an early kill, which means which means Mario's probably gonna get his Sothis off. He's probably gonna get his final smash, and we'll see if he hits with that on Sonic.
Yeah,
that would be a win for him.
It really will, especially since, like, even though he's not getting a tremendous, like, even though that damage gap is slowly widening between the two, like, here's the thing, like, Wario doesn't need to try and get, there's the Sothis. Like, all Wario needs to do is, at this point, like, just hit with his final smash, and he's probably got the kill.
Or his waft.
Yeah, or his waft. I would probably just hit with the final smash to guarantee the kill at this point.
Yeah. Oh, misses with the waft, but that's fine. He gets a second chance with the final smash, and Sonic gets KO'd by the stage morph. That is not good for third wheels.
That really isn't, especially with Bayonetta coming in with that handicap from Majora's Mask. Bayonetta running Forgetful Style Halberd Majora's Mask.
She's gonna take a lot of damage from this final smash, but it doesn't kill.
Yeah, but I mean, it was still 12 damage. Yeah, like that damage reduction from Halberd and Majora's Mask is sometimes that's hard to beat.
And now we are on Delfino Plaza. Fun fact: this stage used to be tournament legal.
What got it banned?
Meta Knight was good on it.
Ah.
Because it was, there weren't that many illegal stages in Brawl, but then, like, you had to, you couldn't have any stages that involved moving around, because the Meta Knight would win on them really easily.
But well, while we're talking, like, Bayonetta's been doing a really good job. I mean, and it's all. Yeah, like after a few seasons of being terrible, Bayonetta has really come into her own this season. And
she was solid last season.
What was she?
Yeah.
Huh. I could have sworn. Okay. Just goes to show how strong the memory of her being terrible was.
She only had one terrible season. She was benched. She was on Mystic season 1 and she did bad, and then season 2. Nobody had her because she was bad, and then season 3, Third Wheels picked her up and she was fine. Not their best character, but you know, she was fine.
I just don't remember her being impressive last year. But yeah, she took out Wario. Let's see, which me is this? This is
Brawler.
Yep. Running Forgetful Style Shedinja Meloetta. So lots of defense, lots of healing. But I mean, Bayonetta just not caring.
He used to be the best member on Athletes, or one of the best. Now he's the worst. He's 29 average damage.
Well, his stats are going up this week. I mean, he's already done way more than 30.
Yeah, and he has a kill, so there you go.
Yep. So he'll get the healing from that. Joker coming in, running Boulder Style Ender Dragon. And, you know, we'll see what happens there.
Joker, I believe, is the best member of Third Wheels right now. Yes, 200 average damage.
Good night.
Yeah, he does a lot. Ender Dragon, when you get up in their face, you can do a solid 200 damage just by... you can do a solid 100 damage just by being in their face, and then add on top of that the damage that you're doing to them. It can be a lot.
Yeah. And me, Brawler, just really struggling to get in there to fight Joker.
Ooh, good side beat does about 20 damage, which is what you need. But he needs to get more of those. No, take it out.
Yep. Oh, man. But I mean, this is just another neck-and-neck fight. Both teams are...
evenly matched, for sure.
Yeah. Me, Sword Fighter, coming in with tank-style Roxas. And me, Sword Fighter, been a very... if not the strongest, he has been very impressive to my memory this season.
107 average damage, so fourth on Athletes, but competent, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, on a team this good, sometimes... after a certain point, once you get so many kills, like, just being above 100% is doing good.
Yeah. And takes out Joker, keeping the lead for Athletes. In comes Sora, running Air Style, Meloetta, and Goal again.
Yeah. Should be interesting. That Air Style could be either very good or very detrimental. But Yeah. Me Sword Fighter really just needs to. There we go. I was gonna say he needs to start connecting with stuff on Sora.
Ooh, back air takes out me Sword Fighter. Sora is 104 average damage, the second lowest on third wheels. Although I believe he's done cleanup twice in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think so. And then Terry coming in running Forgetful Style Shedinja, Meloetta. So yeah, a little more tanky and defensive.
What are your thoughts on Multiverses?
I have not had a chance to play it yet.
Have you been looking at it?
I have seen what you've been saying in the Discord. I've also seen some of the ads. I've just been so busy being in the testing dungeon for our sister league that I haven't really thought about getting it.
Yeah, that's fair. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any AI versus AI. At least not that I found. And I guess I didn't look through the menus that hard in Multiverses yet. And even if it's not there, it could be coming later. But, it could be... Obviously, the roster isn't huge, but it could be interesting. There are, like, perk systems, right? So, like, you can equip different stats to every character, and every character has 3 unique perks they can use. And there goes Terry!
There goes Terry. And Sora still really early in his health. Terry just really struggling to get that damage in.
And Sora's got the final smash, but the stage appears below him! Princess Peach's castle rescuing me Gunner.
Yeah, me Gunner running strategist style roll casket shine sprite wheezing. But I mean Sora's just kind of decimating.
Yeah,
and I mean
he's a monster. What?
Like if nothing else, athletes really want to they really want to take Sora out, because if they don't, not only do they lose, they are then tied with third wheels for KOs.
I don't think they'll be tied for third wheels for KOs, considering that they're already one behind third wheels and KOs. So they'll be.
Did I get them backwards on the KOs? Because I
thought third wheels is 14,
yeah.
Athletes are 13. So.
Okay.
So,
yep,
so they'll be behind. So yeah, but I mean it'll put them further behind everyone in KOs. The Beefcakes are gonna be ooh. And that is rough for the athletes, but incredible for Sora.
Yeah, I mean that was really good from Sora. He especially being able to take out Terry without taking too much damage. We've just seen Terry just tear through people in the past, and the fact that Sora stopped that is really impressive.
I mean, Sora was just able to basically dance around him. You can't.
Yep.
You can't punch a bird.
Not easily.
But wow, I'm pretty sure that's gold from Sora, even though he didn't go through too many characters with Terry's healing. Pretty sure that's gold.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Sora got elite, but it'll be close. But we'll just have to wait and see the final numbers.
For athletes, I mean, me Brawler's picking up. That's nice to see. It would have been nice to get more KOs to stay sort of competitive, since there's going to be a lot of teams with the same record as you this week, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just comes down to, like, Sora just kind of popped off, and Terry just had a bad matchup with him. Ironically, Mega Man might have been able to have a bit of a better matchup against Sora than...
Yeah, I think so. Meta Knight's usually either running Ender Dragon or Gold Mario, I think. So I think he would have done a bit better against Sora there.
Yeah, and, but... Yeah, I don't know. I think that's really just what it came down to, is that matchup, just no one could ever get a firm grip on Sora to do good damage and keep him from getting momentum, and that's just kind of what sealed the deal. And because I mean, if you manage to get something like Terry versus Banjo, I can definitely see Terry getting that win.
I just thought of a meme I'm gonna edit when this goes live. Anyway, you ready for the next match?
Yeah.
So for match 3, we have Team Villain versus the Beefcakes. Team Villain is one of our only undefeated teams at 3-0. The Beefcakes are at 2-1 with 12 KOs.
Yeah, I mean, these are just two powerhouse teams. Beefcakes have been struggling a little this season. Compared to previous seasons, at the very least, even if their objective record is not bad.
I mean, like, Chrom's been good, Donkey Kong's been good, Snake's been good, Ganondorf's been 40 average damage, so hopefully he can start picking things up.
I imagine so. Like, we've seen Ganon do some pretty scary stuff, even just as recently as the preseason. You know, so yeah, like these are two powerhouse teams. I expect to see a good fight here. You've got heavy hitters on both sides. Top of the league is on Villain and Piranha Plant. But Beefcakes have, they just have so many heavy hitters back to back to back, like Donkey Kong. You were just mentioning Snake, Ganon, Richter. Like basically just the entire team. They can all hit hard. They all have high KO power, and that's why they're scary.
Yeah. But I guess let's just get into it. Team Villain versus the Beefcakes.
Let's do it. Starting off, we have Zombie versus DK. Zombie running Big B style Polar Bear Gulligan. DK running Boulder style Beat Rock Mario Piston Hondo.
I mean, Donkey Kong's more of a damage output character, whereas Zombie is going to be tanking stuff, going to be mining and building, while just letting Donkey Kong wail on him, basically.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen on this stage, Zombie can just mine some really good stuff very quickly, and that could be that. That can be very impactful.
Yeah, this is an iron stage, and iron stages are usually the best ones for him.
Yeah, I mean, and we're already seeing that and reflected in how quickly Zombie is getting a damage lead over DK.
Yeah, and he has a bunch of iron resources as soon as he gets back to his crafting table, or as soon as it respawns, because he broke it. Okay, now just get back to your crafting table because you have no weapons. Oh, okay. Oh, sends him away in the minecart. Okay, now you're gonna craft, right? You're gonna get new tools?
No, he's gonna try and he's just gonna try and beat out DK with mono.
Beat him out in fisticuffs. Finally has iron tools, and that's going to be a lot of extra damage. And now he has diamond, which he could use to make diamond tools pretty quickly. As soon as he gets back to his crafting table, not that he really needs to, because he has iron right now.
Yeah.
So he really cares.
I mean, and you can't even.
Oh, there we go. Diamond tools.
There we go. Yep. And you can't really even fault DK. Like this stage is just really good for Zombie, and unless DK gets the final smash off, I think we're just gonna end up seeing Zombie.
Ooh, excuse me? You're allowed to do that? You can just down B and then grab someone into the down B and blow yourself up with him?
Okay. That was unexpected. And here I was expecting DK to throw him and to kill him from the final smash.
No, apparently not. And wow, in comes Snake running Gravity Style Meloetta Shedinja. Has Snake been the best on Beefcakes? No, he's been the third best with average damage.
Yeah, but let's face it, that is not what makes Snake dangerous. What makes Snake dangerous is his final smash.
Steve literally only has iron. I believe this stage is also an iron stage, and he's been using up all his other resources, so he literally only has iron, which is insane.
Yeah.
He just spam minecarts. And that's a final smash that might kill, actually.
That may kill.
No, it doesn't. But even still, he's already up over 70, and he's only about halfway to his final smash. He needs to be doing a lot better if he doesn't want to. If he wants to get the kill on Zombie.
Yeah, I mean, he's got lots of tools at his disposal. The problem is he just does not want. You just do not want to get close to Steve at the moment. Zombie is gonna be like he just throws out so much damage with everything, and even the Shedinja and Meloetta just can't fully compensate for that.
And yeah, just a friendly reminder that Steve Zombie is currently the third worst member of Team Villain. He only has 97 average damage before this week. Also a reminder that in the back of the lineup, Piranha Plant and Bowser are sitting at a current average combined 675 damage between those two characters.
Yep. And I mean, Ganon just needs to kill. Like, if villains want to stay in this, or Beefcakes want to stay in this, Ganon has got to get the kill on Steve, and I fully believe he can do that.
Just riding around in the minecart, just having a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Ooh, finally takes out Steve.
Oh, finally. The terror is dead. But the
damage done, though. You really don't want to be in a deficit going into the back part of Beefcake's lineup.
Yeah, but, I mean, we have seen Ganon do scary things. I fully believe he can pull this back, especially against someone like Meta Knight on this stage. Because especially if all Ganon really needs is a couple of those heavy hits to land, and that's it. But I don't think I've read off either one of their builds. Ganondorf is running Forgetful Style Sothis. Meta Knight is running Air Style Miltank Beat.
So Meta Knight's more of a combo character. Ganondorf's just meant to do his thing and be in there. Ooh, takes out Meta Knight.
Yep, there we go. And in comes Piranha Plant running Strategy Style Sothis.
Yep, number one character in the league with 434.5 average damage.
Good night.
Connects the final smash. Decent damage.
Yeah. I mean, really, at this point, for Ganon to be considered successful, he just needs to get Piranha Plant down to... He just needs to get Piranha Plant down to having used his Sothis.
Yeah. Right now, Piranha Plant struggling a bit to get hits in on Ganondorf. Ganondorf has perhaps a bit more range on his attacks.
Yeah.
Ooh,
but that damage...
nice hit with the with the spike ball.
Yeah, but I mean, Piranha Plant is still getting that damage in there. If Piranha Plant is not careful, Ganondorf might get an early kill on him, which would be amazing for... Well, no, there goes the Sothis.
Ooh, misses the volcano kick, gets hit out of it. That would have been really good damage, but now we are on a Halberd.
Yeah, and both of them are...
Ooh, that's gonna kill. Oh,
yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Just it's the tip of the cage. And now we've got Richter, who's on an interesting build this week.
Yeah, Richter running Demon Style Top Man? And Might.
So Top Man gives you a free screw attack. So when you jump, you will have a hitbox on your jump.
Interesting.
He does not seem to have jumped so far. He seems to be refusing to jump.
Maybe that's why. Who knows?
Yeah, we know that they can that the spirits can affect AI. Maybe the AI, they usually affect it in positive direction, not the refusing to use it direction. But, you know, I guess you only get a limited number of uses of the screw attack, so maybe he's trying to preserve them.
Maybe. Yeah, like, I'm just like, okay.
Well,
my
when you see it, you'll see it, but he just hasn't jumped. He jumped off stage.
Piranha Plant is just... This is the second time he's been in a final Smash race with somebody.
There we go. Takes out Piranha
he
Plant. In comes Mewtwo. Richter has his final Smash ready. Screw attack might be gone at this point because it doesn't last very long. But oh well. At least he's doing good stuff. Maybe giving him something like Ashley even would be better there.
Yeah.
Because I mean he was good moving around the stage. He just didn't jump.
Yeah, I think I would just go for Ashley there instead of Top Man, but you know, the thing there could have been interesting stuff in testing that we're not thinking about. Because although you probably watch a lot of more of the testing than I do.
I do not believe they tested Top Man at all. I have never seen anyone use Top Man.
Never mind then. I was gonna say I don't always watch other teams test, so maybe they tested it. But yeah. Anyway, Chrom and Mewtwo running Boulder style Gold Mario, Chrom running Strategist style Halberd Goal again. Chrom, I believe, is
their best. 181 average damage. Takes out Mewtwo. He could do this. He is their best versus Villain's second best, Bowser, who is averaging 239 damage.
Yeah. And this has come down to a very close match. Bowser running Forgetful style Halberd Rock Mario.
Nice grab.
Yeah, this is...
and the drop kick takes out Chrom fairly early, unfortunately. That's the thing when you get on a Villain's map. Bowser is very good at killing through those walls, I have found.
Yes, he is. I mean, a lot of that just came down to... I would tell Beefcakes, don't feel bad. A lot of that just came down to Zombie being on 2 maps that were really good for him. And we've seen how dangerous he can be. So I wouldn't feel bad. Everyone seemed like they were doing what they were supposed to. It's just getting those kills.
Fortunately, Ganondorf seems to be improving. That's good for you, Beefcakes. And Team Villain, still undefeated, 4-0.
Yeah. I think I would stand by what you suggested, Snuffy. Maybe put Simon on Ashley instead of Top Man. Or Richter, excuse me. Put Richter on Ashley, maybe get that final smash off a little bit more quickly. So...
Because that does seem to be something he's good at using and killing with.
Yeah. And if he could have gotten that kill earlier on Piranha Plant, who knows, maybe he could have done more damage to Mewtwo, and that would have cascaded into making things easier for Chrom. So
yeah, on to the next match, I suppose. So for match 4, we have Team Excalibur versus Team Mystic. Team Excalibur, I believe, they're 2-1 with 14 KOs, and Team Mystic is 1-2 with 11 KOs. So Mystic trying to catch up a bit, especially in the KOs department.
Yeah, definitely. Mystic's been looking a lot better this season, especially on the KOs front. And I think some of their 1 and 2 has just been from, they've had a tough lineup at the beginning. Like Mystic or faced off against Beast Battalion, and then Third Wheels, and then Arsenal last week. I mean, you look at the 2 people they lost against, like, this is not the same Mystic that we have seen in seasons past. They're a strong team now. And Excalibur is Excalibur. They're still a strong team. They're still good. and both of them are scary. So not much more to say for me.
One thing to note is that Team Mystic has spent coins to counter a pirate ship, which Excalibur has been using these past few weeks. So I guess they didn't want that, and now we are on Mishima Dojo. So
a good choice. I believe Mishima Kazuya came with Mishima Dojo. Is that right?
Yes, that would be correct.
Okay. So hopefully Kazuya can get to fight on his at least unofficial home map, if not official home map.
Yep. But let's just get into it, I suppose. Team Excalibur versus Team Mystic.
Yeah. Starting off, we have Sephiroth and Corrin. Sephiroth running strategist style Meloetta Shedinja. Corrin running tank style Goligan Mithra. One side running damage and balance between damage and defense. One side running all attack. I could see Corrin taking this. Like, Sephiroth has been a brick wall for a lot of teams to deal with. But I could definitely see
the Shadow Flare off.
Oof, that's not good.
Corrin is already at 80.
Oh, good.
And another
grief.
Shadow Flare on her. Baby, you gotta get better at shielding those.
Yeah, I mean, this is why Sephiroth is scary. Like you really just want to hope that Sephiroth, someone can just knock Sephiroth through the walls to get that early kill. Corrin could still do it. She's bringing that.
Yeah, that kills. This stage
goes.
has pretty close blast zones once you're off the stage, and Sephiroth is a really light character.
Yeah. Corrin getting the early kill with Cloud coming in on Big B style Golden Mario. I like that. That was very critical for Mystic. We have seen Sephiroth just destroy people.
That kills. Strong up smash from Cloud, and of course he's immune to the stuns, which makes it more difficult for Corrin. In comes Hero.
Yep, Hero. This is someone else we could really see do some impressive stuff. Hero running Forgetful style Majora's Mask Azura. Another like just all-out defense or all-out offense. Excuse me. Majora's Mask providing a little bit of stats to everything, but Azura really providing that good.
Nice KO with the Kazat.
Nice. Yeah. And this is exactly what you want to see from Hero. Oh my goodness! If he hits with that fully charged, that's going to be scary.
Ooh, down smash takes out Hero, evening it up.
Oof. But
and now we have Ness running a demon-style Halberd Psyduck, which is a new build for him. He normally doesn't use Halberd. And he's also on CPU 9, which he hasn't been on in a while. He's usually been on 8.
Yeah, I mean, well, considering he has not been performing that great recently, it's understandable. I think I hope the new build will provide some much-needed stat gains for him.
Yeah, I mean Halberd is really solid. Basically halves the damage you take without too much downside, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a good spirit. I mean, and you just add the extra offense of Demon Style on top of that.
Plus Halberd does also boost your offense. But still, he is taking massive damage from Ike.
He is. I mean, Ike is just a straight-up strong build.
No! Why did you do that? Ness! Ness! Ness!
The AI just wasn't willing. But yeah, we should point out Ike
you saved Ike and killed yourself. Okay. Anyway, there goes Ike. Zelda running strategist style Soren Meloetta, also a new build. She used to be on all offense, but now she is on Meloetta.
Yeah, and Dark Pit equipment style Ender Dragon. I mean, it's that Ender Dragon is getting its money's worth. Zelda is already at 62%. Granted, some of that damage is going to get healed away, but I mean, just already being at 84% with very little time having gone by, and Zelda being historically one of Mystic's heavy hitters. Yeah, that was very good timing.
Yeah, and she's still about 90. She's been about healing as much as she's taken so far. She's managed to get Dark Pit up to about 70, which is incredible.
Yeah. I mean, just the range on the
ooh, I think
the
that kills. Wow, what a strong forward smash. And in comes Robin, the final member of Excalibur. We're going back to Mishima Dojo.
Yeah, I mean, you say that, but I would not be surprised if Robin took this. Oh, here, there goes that final smash. 26 damage, wow.
Yep, Robin is running tank-style Sothis.
Good grief, that was like 30% in one shot.
Zelda taken out. Robin's already at 58%. In comes Kazuya running Big B-style Sothis. So 2 Sothis uses to close this out. This could be a little while.
It could be. Big B style Sothis versus tank style Sothis. I mean, we've seen Kazuya be very scary. Just on the outset, I'm gonna have to give it to Kazuya, but at the same time, like with such a small blast radius on this map,
could be anyone.
It could be anybody.
And Robin just keeps healing off Kazuya. He's not going to heal that much because of how low damage he is.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still damage. It's still getting him closer to triggering Kazuya's Sothis. And
well, yes, but Nosferatu deals less damage the lower health you are. So
I didn't know
maybe
that
it was a bit of a waste of some tomes.
Yeah, at that point it's a waste, but I mean, it also is part of the match where you're at less damage, and sometimes you just want to run out the clock to get to a better stage.
And Robin has his final smash at the ready. This will heal. This will heal. Yeah, which means it won't kill.
Okay. Yep. Ooh.
And yeah, and now Kazuya just needs to, I think if he connects with a down B, I don't think it will kill, but it'll do decent damage. Yeah, breaks him through the ceiling, but does not kill.
But yeah, like, Robin really just needs to start, he just needs to run out the clock to get on a slightly bigger map, and then maybe start using Nosferatu to get that, to start healing damage if he can.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying. He used 2 Nosferatus, didn't hit with either of them. And I don't know if Robin can take this. Kazuya has his final smash now, and I think if it hits, he wins. Yeah,
if it hits, I have a very hard time thinking this is not an instant win.
You do gotta hit with it though. You gotta use it. You gotta hit with it. Okay, there we go. That hits, and I think Mystic wins, taking their second win. I'm going 2-2.
Yep, congratulations.
Yeah, a very close match between these two teams. Zelda, with her new build, managing to get a nice lead by the end. And of course, Kazuya bringing it home. Ness was a bit of a struggle, but he was against Ike, so it's not so surprising.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, you had one character on both sides do really well. Ike did very surprisingly well against Hero, and then Zelda just brought it right back. Yeah, like, no matter which team you're on, like, I feel like both teams performed really well. There, other than the Ness thing, there wasn't really a huge derp that you could just point to and say, hey, if you just hadn't have done that, it would have been fine.
Yeah, and I mean, Mystic was fine anyway, even with Ness saving Ike and killing himself, so...
Yeah, I mean, Zelda really just carried that for Ness, so...
Yep. But on to the next match.
Yeah.
And for match 5, we have Beast Battalion versus Classic Mode Champions.
Yay! My team! Let's go! My team struggling a bit to get the wins this season, but also, like, I think we've basically gotten as many, almost as many kills as we can without having gotten the wins. So that they've all been close.
Yeah, you have as many KOs. You have the highest possible KOs for a 1-2 team, which is 13.
Yeah. Some of it just bad matchups and bad luck. Some of it just our team not having kill power. But we're also facing a tough team in Beast Battalion who I think we can take down. They're sitting at 3-0, but we tested a lot. And in all honesty, I think this is a total toss-up because Link versus Incineroar, that's a toss-up. Half the time they take each other out, or that they so damage the other immediately dies afterwards. And then we also have Falcon versus Ridley, which was also a very well-tested matchup and also very much a toss-up. So, yeah.
Now, you did something to try and ensure this win a bit.
Yes. We got off that stupid island where my team decides to not do stuff.
Yes.
No Tortimer Island.
Tortimer Island, probably the best stage for a Beast Battalion, certainly the best stage for Ridley, probably the best stage for Incineroar, is gone this week, so Beast Battalion are on a random Omega form.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, did not want them on that one. So, let's see what happens.
Yeah, Beast Battalion versus Classic Champions.
Woo! Incineroar versus Link starting off. The very, at this point, very expected startup of this matchup. Incineroar running Forgetful style Halberd Reaper Reapet. Link running Strategist style Halberd Goldigan.
Yes, two very powerful characters. Incineroar, 170 average damage, the best on Beast Battalion. Link, 203 average damage, the best on Classic Champions. And we are back on King of Fighters Stadium, it seems.
It does. Link starting off strong. I want Link to just do what he did against villains.
I think that's death.
No!
Wow.
That is
only 50
unfortunate.
damage onto Incineroar. That is a rough start for Classic Champions.
Yes, it is. That is
Wouldn't have had
unfortunate.
it on Tortimers.
Nope, but I'll still take it.
Oh, I think that kills Incineroar. Yep, and it is an even match.
Yep.
Luigi only at 14 damage. In
job,
comes
Luigi.
Pokemon Trainer. Luigi's running Tank Style Geese Howard. Pokemon Trainer took a couple more seconds to load because there's 3 of them, but Tank Style Gold Mario.
Yeah. Starting off with Ivysaur, who's been proven to be a good starter for Pokemon Trainer. Luigi, you know, his whole thing is Final Smash, which could actually kill really early here. So I'm kind of hoping.
Especially since Luigi's Final Smash will counter out Gold Mario. Now he has to use it in the right place and not in the wrong direction. But if he does, that... Ooh, I think this hits. I don't know if this kills though. It's 85. It kills. And a very solid lead from Beast Battalion right now. In comes Ridley, with Luigi still having a second Final Smash on deck.
Yeah, I mean, if he just hits with the Final Smash, I'm happy. Because Ridley is probably going to kill him really soon.
Connects, gonna do like 20 damage. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Ridley with Demon Style, of course, is gonna take a little bit extra damage from that.
Yeah.
Ooh, good combo from Luigi. Wow, where was this Luigi all season?
I don't know. I'm going to enjoy this Luigi for as long as I can.
Yeah, and now we are going
to Hyrule.
Yeah, over onto Hyrule Castle.
Luigi.
Yeah, activates Ridley's Sodas and takes him up to 50 damage already. Wow.
Okay. Good. We
kills.
got our...
Yep, that kills.
Yeah,
but,
that should kill.
Still, a pretty solid performance from Luigi. In comes Captain Falcon, dealing with an already Sothis procced Ridley. Of course, that means his final smash is coming soon, but it doesn't kill. It's guaranteed. It's pretty much guaranteed not to kill unless you're at the percent where it auto kills, because it takes you back to the middle of the stage.
Yeah. But I mean, Ridley
Ooh,
trying
Space
to get...
Pirate Rush connects. Ridley is doing incredible damage to Captain Falcon, but Captain Falcon gets his Sothis off. He just needs to do a little bit more to Ridley to get the KO.
Yeah. Falcon, as I said, this has been very much a heavy toss-up as just a who gets their good hits and when. So, like, but Falcon just make good use of the lead Luigi gave us. Oh, keep racking up that damage.
Yeah, of course this is a bigger stage. I think that up smash would have killed on a smaller stage, but now it's killed. Oh,
Yep.
and does a taunt Falcon punch, I guess. I guess he didn't expect that to
Yep.
kill.
Probably not. I didn't expect it to kill, to be completely honest, but I'll take it. You know?
And in comes Lucario, Big B style piston, Hondo, Merrick, Shedinja. His usual build, I think he's been one of the weaker members. Yeah, he's been the weakest member of Beast Battalion.
Yep. Lucario's generally struggled a bit, if I recall correctly. Oh,
In previous seasons, he's been good, but he's fallen off, I think, as other characters have gotten good around him.
yeah. And sometimes that happens. I mean,
Yeah, because
especially-
there's not much else that he makes sense on.
yeah.
He's the only character in the league who can use Merrick, except for Richter, who only gets it for one move.
Yeah. Nice.
and-
Good use of that final smash.
Of course, Shedinja is one of the best spirits on Lucario, so there's not much else you could do to improve him.
Yeah,
I think
I
that
have
kills
Falcon.
with the stick. No, he recovers.
Whoa! Wow. I was fully expecting that to be a death. I'm not gonna lie. Falcon and Luigi just kind of making up for Link today.
Ooh, Falcon taken
but
out,
Falcon
but
going down.
Lucario already has 50 damage on him, and in comes Mario with Gravity Style Meloetta Majora's Mask. Mario,
Yeah,
I believe, is the he's the third highest member of Classic Mode Champions. Yoshi's the second
Yeah,
highest.
because the green boy behind him, the green team on CMC has been carrying our ass for the last 2 seasons.
No, not
which-
Luigi.
With the exception of 2 of the 3 members of the green team, Link and Yoshi.
You don't even put Link in his green costume.
Actually, this week I don't think we specified a costume, but
No, you never do, which means I put him in costume 1. Which is his Breath of the Wild costume. So
yep.
no green tunic. Mario racking up the damage on Lucario. Lucario not able to get damage to stick on Mario. He's still around 30, which is where he started.
Yep.
Finally getting up
I
to
mean-
50 here. Ooh! that would.
Oh, that would have been
What an interaction.
the cape. The cape makes for some very interesting reversals. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I mean that would have killed Lucario guaranteed if the reflected shot hit him.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, Lucario's almost at his final smash, which will do decent damage to Mario, and if Mario doesn't heal a bit more, then it will kill him, honestly. Because this is not a big stage, and it's a very powerful final smash.
It is. I really wish Mario would just get him and throw him. There we
Well,
go.
threw him, didn't kill him. And there's the final smash. I think it kills.
Maybe.
Yeah, it kills. And
Yeah.
in comes Yoshi to finish off the match for Classic Mode Champions. Yoshi running Big B style Twin Tail Rock Mario and Happy Mask Salesman. Second best character on Classic Mode Champions.
Yep. Yoshi still amazes me. He is as good as he is. And he can do damage especially once he's in the air. I really just want to see Yoshi get the kills.
Yeah,
but
he just needs to hit with a kill move, and he is struggling, and that is hard because with Lucario, the more damage he has, the more damage he's gonna do. So you need to connect with the kill move soon.
Yeah, Yoshi just needs to connect with it and kill him quickly, so that Jigglypuff he won't be at too much of a deficit against Jigglypuff.
Yeah, but it's looking tough. He's already at 60 damage. I don't know. like he's not really setting up for any kill moves right now. I don't know what he's doing. He gets
Neither do I.
He gets a nice forward air. Doesn't really do anything off of it. He's just sort of dancing around. I think maybe Lucario's just too mobile. Gets a back air, but it's at the other side of the stage, which means it can't kill. Yeah, I mean, he gets a jab to push him off stage, but Lucario can recover from that. Lucario goes super far, and yeah, that back air takes out Yoshi. Oh, and Beast Battalion is still undefeated.
Yep. I mean, it's what I normally expect, where, you know, if Link had not died early, that could have changed things up. But I mean, Luigi and Falcon did more than their share to do well. And it just comes down to Mario. You know, a lot of members on the team don't have kill power, but everyone on Beast Battalion did good too. I don't think
Lucario with an amazing showing.
Oh yeah,
finally bringing it back from what's been a pretty weak slump for him.
Yeah, like if anything, I can fault Mario for not trying to kill and just trying to run out the clock. But I mean that's about it. And that's been a constant problem for him. So, you know, good game.
Yep. On to the final match of the week. And for match 6, we have Team Arsenal versus Team Pintsize. Team Arsenal currently 4th from the bottom, 1 and 2 with 11 KOs. Team Pintsize, though, currently 0 and 3 with 11 KOs, so they are definitely looking to pick up a win here.
Yeah, I mean, the Team Pintsize really wants to get out of the danger zone. And I mean, Arsenal is a perfect team to try and do that against.
Yeah, one thing to point out is that we started this week with 2 teams that are undefeated and 2 teams that didn't win a match. So far, Beast Battalion and Team Villain did not get defeated, and Team Retro did not win their match. So doesn't necessarily bode well for Pintsize, I don't think.
It really doesn't, but I believe in them. They can do it. So let's see if they will.
Yeah, let's get into it. Team Arsenal versus Team Pintsize.
Yeah. Arsenal starting off with King K. Rool on Forgetful Style Mellow Edition Ninja, and Lucas, Pintsize starting with Lucas on Equipment Style Ender Dragon. This is a good counter for K. Rool to try and get that damage early.
A completely new build for Lucas, I believe. I don't think he's used either of those spirits. I mean, nobody uses Equipment Style without using Ender Dragon, but
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just, and I can't blame him. Like, I believe Lucas has really been struggling this season. And
he is spamming those up smashes. Wow.
Yeah.
They've been trying to get him to spam those for weeks, and he just started doing it. I think it's because K-Rool is afraid to stand in front of him, which means K-Rool is going to stand above him, which means K-Rool's going to get hit by more up smashes. And K-Rool is at 109 damage. Lucas has barely been touched. Still, we saw from Zelda vs. Dark Pit that doesn't necessarily mean anything. K-Rool can still bring this back. Oh, but he doesn't!
Oh!
Wow, and Lucas, I don't think he's going to be the worst member of Pintsize anymore.
No, I mean,
he wasn't anyway. He wasn't anyway. He was second worst by 1 damage. But anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like trading K-Rool, like if Lucas dies right now, Lucas has done his job.
K-Rool is probably the biggest threat. I don't know if he's the most damage. I think Duck Hunter's higher. No, K-Rool is the most damage, but yeah, even still, he's easily the biggest threat on Arsenal.
Yeah, like because if for no other reason than
literally.
Yeah, literally, just quite literally. But you also look at the fact that
I think that's death. That's death. That's 2 KOs from Lucas. 200 damage dealt as well.
Yeah, good job, Lucas.
And now he's up against a Duck Hunt, the second strongest member of Team Arsenal. Duck Hunt running Strategist style Halberd Victini. I think we're stage morph soon? No.
Should be.
Guess not.
Maybe.
I just the camera zooming out happens because of Duck Hunt's things, so I was confused.
Yeah.
The camera also zooms out during stage morphs.
The Duck Hunt really.
Ooh,
needs
Lucas has his final smash. I don't think it will work up there, unfortunately. The final smash points towards Lucas, which makes it harder to hit when he's up in the blast zone like that. But it's stalled his movement, stopped him from getting KO'd there at least. And now we are on Skyworld, which is Pintsize's stage.
And
Lucas takes off the ceiling. He would have died.
Yep.
But he's still living, dealt 44 damage to Duck Hunt. It gets taken out, but still very strong start from Lucas. In comes Olimar, who I believe is the second or third strongest character in the league right now.
Yeah, very good showing from Lucas, giving the team like just every tool they needed to get their first win.
Yeah, I mean, basically every other week they've been in mostly a deficit after Lucas or Pikachu, whoever their starter is. But now they're in a strong lead, so it's up to Olimar to keep that, and I think Olimar can. Assuming he doesn't just that is you got to be careful with Olimar's up B because it gets worse the more Pikmin you have, because he has to carry them all, especially if you've got purple Pikmin. Olimar. Okay, Olimar. How did you miss the ledge?
He backed away from it.
Like he bumped off of it. I don't know.
Why?
Okay, well, anyway, at least you've got Kirby. Kirby running Runner Style, Silver the Hedgehog, Mimikyu, and Nico Fire.
Alright, hopefully Kirby can...
Ooh, strong hit on Duck Hunt, and he recovers. Just has to get rid of Duck Hunt quickly before the final smash. Not that it's too scary of the final smash, but still. Better to get rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, just get the kill on Duck Hunt. And just don't worry. Like,
oh, Kirby, you idiot! Oh my goodness.
Oh no,
Pintsize
Kirby
is just throwing. Lucas did so well, and Pintsize said no. Pintsize is just throwing the match.
I mean, I can't even blame it. Like, it's just they don't get that they can't go through those. I mean, they still have Villager. We have seen Villager do amazing, but I mean...
But we've got to get through Diddy Kong, though. That's the thing. You want to have a sacrifice character for Diddy Kong, at least, and they don't have that this week.
That's very true. I mean... But still, they've also just got to kill Duck Hunt, who has proven impossible to kill. And I mean, now, to be fair, most of that is due to Pintsize's own doing. I think they... Like, in all reality, like, I think it's one of those things that...
Finally gets the kill. But now we've got Diddy Kong to deal with. I don't know.
I don't know. This is going to be tough.
Deal with him.
Like, we have seen Diddy Kong die before he can use his final smash. Villager is going to have to do that, where he is going to have to figure out how to play and try to wait until the map comes back, because maybe with the other map,
he'll be able to survive the final smash. Yeah,
he'll be able to survive the final smash a little bit better. That's really what you're playing for. But like I was gonna say, like the flip side of that is, like, had this been any other map, I don't know that Olimar or Kirby would have died, because they just...
I mean, I think Pintsize... I think having a map with ceilings like that, I think this is death. Maybe not. Villager can recover. Ooh, that's bad.
Yep.
That's bad, and he has the second final smash coming out.
Yep.
It's up to Ice Climbers. But yeah, I think having a map with ceilings like that, so that they can bounce off them and survive a bit longer, is good for Pintsize. The issue is just, ooh, I think that might be death. He's far outstaged. You need to use your uppy. Oh, he didn't have access to it because he was hit too far away from mana. That's so sad.
So sad for you, Pintsize. That. I mean, there's just not much to say there. Like, I think it was just the map choice. Like, there's good stuff for that.
Like, Skyworld is a fine map. I think having ceilings like that is good for them. Like, it's proven, like, there are multiple times where their characters would have died and checked off the ceilings. Their characters are pretty good at that. But I think that floor, the AI just doesn't know how to deal with it, and maybe a stage like a Spear Pillar, which doesn't have a floor like that, would be better for the team.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, other than that, like, I think everyone performed as well as you could expect them to do.
Yeah.
Maybe there was more Ice Climbers could have done, but I mean, we've just seen that Diddy Kong is very tough to beat on that Geese Howard build. So I don't know that there's much that you could have done with that. Like, but like, had this been any other map, I really do think that Olimar and Kirby would have I don't think Olimar and Kirby would have been the problem children they were this match. But I mean, that just goes to show how important map choice is.
Yeah.
But if I'm Pintsize, like, I'm looking at that and
looking at that Lucas start and thinking maybe we don't bench Lucas for Pikachu next week because
yeah,
you know, like they've been doing that so far because they're the two worst characters, but now maybe Villager, who hasn't been doing so great, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, I would definitely be keeping Lucas in to see if this was a one-off or if this is a new era for Lucas.
Yeah. But that is going to be it for Super Smash Bros. League this week.
Yeah, well, good matches, everybody. And see you guys next week.
Yeah, bye everyone.
Later.